Who? Who? Who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? Why? It's Rina Lunette! Infinium slumbering idol soaring right into your dreams. And we're back at it with monthly dream journaling. Hello, hello. We are gonna keep it on the shorter side today. OMG, Rina. Hello, Miss Rina. Hell, Miss Rina. Yes, hell. Hell, Miss Rina. No, I like that. Don't correct yourself. I feel like that has like the fire emoji. There we go. The Helmo energy. Helmo emote energy. There we go. Helrina. Helrina. Hail Helrina. How is everyone doing today? Huh? Harbinger of chaos. That is Rina Lunette. Yes. Evil Rina. I don't know, but this is more smug than evil. But I guess when you see this face, you know something's up, right? Oh, Soon Scoops! I've always wanted to go to Soon Scoops. I'm nowhere near the Soon Scoop, but I always see I see it on Instagram and I'm constantly stalking them. Because a lot of like Kaigai idols and VTubers have collabs there and I'm like, ooh, Soon Scoop! Someday. That's like one of my... Since we're in dream journaling, that is one of my dreams, my goals. I would love to collab with Soon Scoop someday. Have my own ice cream. I'm glad you're all... Besides there not being any of your flavors, I'm glad that everyone else is doing pretty good. Ooh. I would like to see... It will be. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. My Kamiyoshi's graduating today. But I'm doing good, okay? Positive energy. We're gonna make sure this is a silly time. Because she would want this to be silly, right? She'd want us to be silly. So let's be silly. Let's be cozy and silly, okay? So this is going to be a stream on the shorter side. I didn't get that many, which is kind of good that I didn't get that many dream submissions. So we're gonna keep it on the shorter side today. But we had time to yap a little bit. I will be silly for her. As a fellow owl tuber, I will be so silly for her. She's my Kamiyoshi. Ooh. But yes, we'll be we're not gonna be rating or redirecting in. I will have a link to her graduation here and along with like the brown hearts. So if you guys want to hop in afterwards, I will be lurking there. You haven't had a dream in a while? Need to have one? I'll send I'll send the alerts. Give this person a dream. I'll go sprinkle some sand in your eyes, some sleepy sand. Mr. Sandman, where are you? Or would I be the Sandman? Yeah. Well, technically, you do have dreams. The thing is, everyone dreams. But people really honestly forget they ever dream. So it seems like you close eyes, you open eyes, you're awake. So everyone does technically have dreams. For those who don't, like, if you can't dream and like you're aware that you're awake, then that's not REM sleep and you need to get some REM sleep. But yeah, there's plenty of people who honestly think they can't or don't dream, but they do. It's just that you don't remember them. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you close your eyes, and then suddenly it's morning. Do I ever lucid dream? I do. We're actually gonna go in a bit of reverse order here because I'm gonna talk about my dreams last because I wrote one nightmare and my last nightmare and my last dream that was technically last night, and then I wrote something about my dreamscape for when I do lucid dream. Because I have a memory of how my dreamscape looks when I'm aware that I'm dreaming, so. It's honestly, like, it's kind of hard. I've always been able to lucid dream, and some people have been able... What I've read is that you have a lot of lucid dreams, especially as you're a kid. But as you grow up, the ability to lucid dream gets harder. So I don't know, I've just always been able to do it. Sometimes it comes and goes for people. Sometimes, you know, it just goes away. And sometimes it'll come back. You never know. Dreams are, as they say in every dream journal, you can hear me smacking my book. With every dream journaling session, dreams are silly. Our brains are so silly and wacky and zany, goofy even. Sometimes dreams don't even make sense. Sometimes dreams are just dreams. Sometimes there's a deeper meaning into them. Sometimes I will dive into some of those meanings. Sometimes I'll just read a dream because it's very wacky. Some of my dreams are just very wacky and don't have a meaning. But yes. I think mine is just rolling fields with endless blue sky with the chilly film over it. Ooh, that's very beautiful. Don't think you ever lucid dream? Well, not even as like certain kids don't get them. Like, it's not everyone. Not everyone can lucid dream, and that's very understandable. It starts off at a young age and can... Yeah. I remember we had a look at them, and there is going to be something here that I will be talking about because someone sent in a Maru about it. Also, I did get some Maru submissions, but I think they misunderstood the assignment, and that is fine because it honestly gave me an idea. They submitted in their dream goals. Like, their dream is to go to said concert. And I was like, oh, that's sweet, that's cool. So I was thinking, like, maybe it won't be for dream journaling, but I would love to see what your goals are. That'd be a very fun idea, is to see some of Sleep Peep's goals. Y'all can remember your goals. If you have, well, I would hope you have some form of goals, whether it's like small or big. That'd be fun to see. So that might be an idea in the future, because I got a couple of those. And I was like, ooh, this is interesting, and I hope it happens someday for you guys. But, yeah, like, that honestly, like, brain zap. That could be a fun stream idea. If you guys want to share your goal dreams with me, and not your dream dreams. Someday. Monthly goal journaling. That's actually a really... People do that too. Where they write up small goals. Even if it's something like... simple, like, hey, I'm going to get up and clean my room today. Or I'm going to walk around the block. Or I am going to get myself a nice silly treat. That is my goal for today. And I got my silly treat, so gold succeeded. And I got a silly treat as a prize. Those kind of things. Alright, but we're gonna go ahead and start. Blip. So here's the first dream. Well, let me move it a little bit. Okay. A dream where I was in this ocean swimming camp. The other people and swimmers were like sea creature, like people, and we were swimming in a beautiful ocean. Like honestly, I was picturing this very anime-like scenario with this. It's very like it just came into my brain. I'm like, ooh, this feels very anime-like. It also sounds very fun. So what I wrote down about it is I split it into 3 parts. Because again, oh, like Percy Jackson books. Oh my god. I've actually never read the Percy Jackson books, but I saw like the very first movie. That was like years ago when it first came out. But it does sound really cool. I could like picture this. So first off, dreaming about summer camp can actually have multiple meanings depending on if you have gone or not, or if the experiences was a good one or a bad one. For this one, it seemed like a good one, and for the most part, it could mean a desire for adventure or longing for a break. It could also have like a nostalgia factor to it. And now to add in the ocean's aspect, the ocean is deep, vast, and unknown. It also symbolizes tranquility, depending on the state of mind. Like sometimes the ocean can be scary, sometimes it can be beautiful. As you described it here, it's a beautiful ocean. You could feel a state of emotional balance or perhaps a newfound state of focus, is basically the roundabout way for the ocean meaning. And it seems like here, like I said, it doesn't seem like you're having a scary dream. So I'm going with the more positive outlook. And especially like the ocean can also be about a longing for an adventure. So when you add these two together, you could feel ready to take on a new adventure or voyage with new people and unfamiliar faces, aka the sea creature-like people. They are new and you don't feel an urge to escape. You are all swimming together. Such as summer camp. You're all hanging out together. You're all playing games. You're doing like all sorts of activities. So you're having a good time. You guys are a unit. You're one. So lean into this feeling and go on your next adventure. It doesn't have to be something grand. For it, it could be something even like trying a new hobby that you've been aiming to do. That could be your new adventure. Just ocean friends. Make some friends with... That could also be an adventure. You know? Go buy some fish or maybe some amphibians or some shellfish. I don't know the proper term. What are shellfish? The actual term. Crustaceans is it? Oh, is it crustaceans? Is that what I'm thinking of? It could be. Yeah, I'm just saying for like any sea creature. Yeah, just for like any sea creature, make some friends. Maybe it's time to own a fish. Go make some fishy friends. Maybe go swim. If you don't know how to swim, maybe it's time to go swimming. Under the sea. Under the sea. Copyright claim. Alright. But that's how I basically interpreted that dream. Again, dreams are silly. The mind is silly. The brain does wacky things. This is just my personal little interpretation of your dream. But I hope that you do feel like you can go out and achieve a new goal or adventure. Since we were talking about goals before, this is a good segue, you know? Create a new goal for yourself. Yeah. Alright, on to the next one. I believe this is the one where I do have something pulled up for this. Because I think something else can explain it better than me. Because I honestly... I'll read this and I'll read this and then I will read what I wrote down and then we will go to the article. Alright. I've had this reoccurring dream where I think I wake up from sleeping and go about my day only to for something to happen that actually wakes me up. So I go about my day again, only to have this feeling, only to have that feeling wake me up again. This happens a couple times before I actually wake up. It's very disorienting when it happens, and I'm trying to understand what the hell is happening. So I will read what I wrote down, which is... that is a form of inceptive type dreams. And I've actually had so many of these myself as of late. Like, honestly, I've had so many of these this month. This is actually called a false awakening. Yeah, it hit film Inception. Yeah, I've had inceptive dreams before. Like, so many this month. That actually, what accent did I hit there? What accent hit me there? Yeah, it sucks. Because you actually think that you're there. That this is your day, and sometimes your days in your dreams can go on for days. So then you have this false sense when you wake up, hence the false awakening. They've always just been realistic to me, but like there's been times where I will go about my whole day and I'll end up waking up and I'm like, and then it'll happen again, then I'll wake up again within that dream. So it's a dream within a dream within a dream. And I'm like, did I take my medication? That's always my first thought when I wake up is, did I actually take my medication or didn't I? I love waking up for work only to wake up for work after waking up for work. Oh no! So, no! Alright, so let me actually read about false awakenings. And this is from dreams.co.uk. So what are false awakening dreams? False awakening is defined as a vivid and convincing dream about wakening up from sleep, while the dreamer in reality continues to sleep. In contrast to normal dreams, which are often nonsensical fantasies, false awakenings are usually completely mundane. You may think you've woken up in your bed, or that you're in a familiar place like your office. Into the phenomenon found the setting may be identical to real life, or there may be small details that are different, such as lights that don't turn on, or doors that lead where they're not supposed to. Sleep scientists have separated false awakenings into two types. Type 1, a dream state in which nothing out of the ordinary happens. You may dream about doing everyday things like getting up, taking a shower, and getting dressed. At some point, you may realize that something's not right and you wake up. It sounds like what you've had was a type 1 dream. Is it alluding to the back rooms? This could be. Liminal space is basically based on dreams that we have, so it would make sense if the back rooms is like this. Type 2, which I saw someone said it always ended bad, a nightmare state that involves you feeling tense, anxious, or frightening images or feelings. You may or may not be jolted awake by a scare. And that's according to the American Psychological Association. The kind of activities you may experience during a false awakening include waking up in the middle of the night and going to the bathroom or kitchen, then returning to bed. Exploring or wandering around the dream environment, that's usually what I have. But I do also do mundane things as well. Think about a dream you just had before the false awakening and that belief that you are now awake. So that is what a false awakening dream is. And someone here wrote an example. Well, we just read a good example here from a submission, so I don't think I need to read this part. Okay, what causes false awakening dreams? I will see how. We'll see, because we're going to see what causes it first. Researchers are still trying to pinpoint exactly what causes false awakening. Okay. However, they found it often happens when sleepers are anticipating something stressful, such as an episode of insomnia. Hey yo, I do get insomnia. And who knows, maybe this sleep peep as well. If this happens, you may be more likely to experience a false awakening because you can't relax enough to drop off to sleep. Okay, so if you can't... Okay, you can't relax enough to drop to sleep. I think you might need to practice sweet dreams. I think I need to practice sweet dreams, maybe. Although the exact cause is a gray area, according to one study, some potential causes of sleep fragmentation may include insomnia, sleep apnea, or narcolepsy. Oh, naruhodo. False awakenings may also be triggered by a nightmare or by sleep paralysis, according to the Sleep Foundation. They are often linked to the morning wake-up process, but if you suffer fragmented sleep, you'll find false awakenings can also often occur in the middle of the night. Ooh. Well, this is actually interesting to me. This is interesting. Okay, but the next little paragraph here is, how does false awakening differ from sleep paralysis or lucid dreamings? Well, lucid dreaming means that you're aware you're asleep, so that kind of answers that. A sleep study by the National Center of Biotechnology Information, the NCBI, has revealed close links between REM sleep, like lucid dreaming, sleep paralysis, and false awakening. They are all more common than we might think. Of those surveyed for the research, 88% have experienced at least one of these phenomena. Ooh. However, there are major differences. During lucid dreaming, you are actually aware that you're dreaming. You can even influence the outcome of the dream. Conversely, in sleep paralysis, you wake up but your body is frozen as if paralyzed. Not fun to have. Another investigation by the Journal of Clinical Medicine or Sleep Medicine found that the brain is not awake during sleep paralysis but in a dreamy state, explaining why hallucinations are often associated with sleep paralysis. So those are the differences between that and those in false awakening. How do I stop false awakenings? Here we go. By and large, sadly, there is no treatment for false awakening. However, if you are suffering from frequent and upsetting episodes that are affecting you, it could be a sign of an underlying worry or general anxiety. General anxiety? Salute. If you're... Oh, okay, so... Yeah, here we go. Solutions. Possible solutions. Stick to a regular sleep pattern and try to avoid becoming sleep deprived. Avoid caffeine in general, alcohol and other stimulants, especially in the evening. For me, I don't drink caffeine past 5. That's my general rule. I don't have caffeine past 5 because I do deal with insomnia sometimes. And having no caffeine past 5 definitely helps that. Try to calm your mind before going to bed. Exercise regularly. If you do have a false awakening, get out of bed for about 10 minutes before trying to sleep again. So yes, that is it. Or you could just practice sweet dreams. Those of you with the ASMR pack will know about sweet dreams, and it's also in my pre-debut letter on the Stellarverse production Twitter page. So if you ever need help falling asleep, follow Sweet Dreams. So yeah, no actual cure for stopping false dreaming. Clever plug. I mean, Sweet Dreams. I even follow Sweet Dreams sometimes because that's also my usual sleep regimen. But yeah, false awakenings are not fun because, like I said, I will have them But I'll be in like a dream within a dream within a dream. Or a dream within a dream. It could be whichever way. And I wake up and I'm not sure if I actually took my medication or not. If I took it, then fell back asleep. So sometimes it can be concerning. So yes, follow sweet dreams. That's all I can say. Alright. Next one, which I'll get to. Maybe you're dreaming right now too. I mean, I am a dream entity. So the chances are you may be sleeping. And maybe you're just falling so deep into the sleep. I mean, you are sleep peeps after all, so the chances are never zero. The probability is never zero, okay? Alright, next dream. I will read the dream. Let me get it. Had a dream, in parentheses, nightmare, where Shin Godzilla exploded into a bunch of bugs that infected humans and turned them into monsters. I was running for life and hid in a hotel room. Before I woke up before I got bit by a bug. Ooh. I need a top to spin right now. Is it too late? What? You don't want to be here? You don't want to be here with me? The dreamy idol? The dreamy idol? Huh? I can't believe it. I can't believe you guys. I can't believe you guys. Not wanting to be here during dream journaling. Our monthly dream journaling. I can't believe it. You guys want to wake up. You guys want to wake up. It's a cryptid. No. You want to be here? I fold like paper. It's too late to be having an existential crisis. Take it back. You guys can wake up after this, okay? You guys can wake up after this stream. Even if she is a cryptid. Why does this lamp look funny? No. I mean, if your mom said you refuse, you're going against your mom? I don't want to get in trouble with your mom. No, don't look at the lamp. No, don't choose me over your own mothers. I mean, are any of your mothers single, by the way? I mean, solution. I'm gonna side with your mothers. I'm siding with your mothers. Okay? Don't choose me over your mothers. Hell, the turntables. The dream journal became pretty really quickly. See, we're keeping it silly. That question just came out unprompted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That like came out very unprompted so quickly and I could not catch it before it came out of my mouth. I can't believe our moms are part of your harem. Yeah. All your moms belong to me. It's sleep people. Gonna get cursed with at least a few false awakenings after this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just slipped out unprompted. Hi, sleep peeps, moms. am the dad that stepped up. Okay, but on to this next dream. Next dream, okay? Because Godzilla. Rah. So your mom has met me. Ooh. Okay, but okay, Godzilla. Rah. I don't know. I can't make a Godzilla noise. I'm sorry. I probably could, but that's that's what you're getting right now is a Rah. Okay, so I went, oh dang. So you have yourself a big kaiju and then tiny little kaijus, and then you have medium kaiju. And so monsters in dreams. I think we went over this before. Yeah, we have gone over this before. Monsters in dreams usually symbolizes a large fear. Monsters are fears. They're terrifying. They're scary. We're scared. So it could also be anxiety. And then you have the kaiju. He blew up. Godzilla blew up. And turned into tiny little pests. That big, troublesome issue just became so many tiny, multiple little issues. It's sprouting out everywhere. And then they're affecting people around you, making you feel like you have to run. So it leaves you feeling overwhelmed and running away to hide from it, and hiding in order to protect yourself. A lot of dreams have to delve into like anxiety, depression, you know. It's our psyche. It goes into many details. So that's why a lot of dreams deal with or stem from anxiety or some other, you know, like all these issues, these branches. Basically, Godzilla in this scenario is a tree, and the tiny little bugs and the people infected are the branches and the leaves. There's one big tree, and then everything shooting off after that. Godzilla is a metaphor for anxiety. We did it! Pack it up! Pack it up! Stream's over. There is something that you are struggling to avoid and confront. These could be underlying fears and anxieties that you don't even know exist or have pushed so far back that they are catching up with you until you are finally caught. Hence the bug. The bugs, you know, chasing after you. The monsters chasing after you. It's literally bugging you. I wrote that down. Pun intended. Hopefully whatever is overwhelming you, no matter how big or small, or even how much, calms down and gives you inner peace. May Godzilla form back to their kaiju self and just be big anxiety, not little constant, little tiny offshoots of it, anxiety. Alright, and that's what I had. I think... Okay, we still have one more dream to go to, but... This dream, honestly, kind of just... They solved it themselves, and I wrote it down. You guys, whoever wrote this dream, basically you answered your own question. So I can just read it for you. Yeah, Nelly, you answered your own dream. I had a dream that I was convinced to adopt one dog instead of 2 cats. Logic was null, I guess. And I took home a beautiful white applehead chihuahua. I actually want to look up what it looks like. White applehead chihuahua. Oh my god! That thing got a big old head. Oh my god, they're cute though. Wait, I know someone who has this type of dog. Shout out Nelly, let's go. It seemed very on a whim. But that it was the most smart and convenient decision. Like, everything came right into place. Big head for big brain. Good. I've always wanted one, and I would consider it my dream dog, ideal pet. In real life, I don't have the space, proper housing, backyard for a dog. I have 3 cats. I've set having one as my long time in the future goal. Oh, we're back to goals, see? If we're coming full circle, everything comes back to goals. But I've decided that I can only get one if I have a house and a committed partner to really help care for it. Me finding someone and affording a real house is very far-flung, or outright ridiculous to dream of for me. So no doggy. I'm not sure how literal the dog is supposed to be interpreted as. I don't know. Doggy! Doggo, doggo, pupper. Honestly, you answered it yourself. This is a goal that you have, and you're manifesting it within your dream. It's something like you're seeking. You want this, like, it's a part of your goal. You want to find a partner and afford a real house. So someday you can have this doggy. If I can give my 2 cents, you don't need to wait for a real house to get yourself a puppy. But I understand, want to making sure they have enough space. But believe me, yes, my friend does have like one of these types of dogs, and she lived in an apartment. And that dog, small dogs, have so much space in apartments. You don't need a big house or a big yard for a small dog. They will run around that house and they will own it. They will own that house, believe me. Exactly. Doggy might just be the one for companionship. That too, exactly. I believe in you. I believe that you will get your ideal doggy someday because you deserve to have another little companion. You deserve to have a fellow little companion with you, your little puppy, your little doggo, your little woof woof. I believe in you. And even if you can't get to your goals, it's still great to have these goals, to have them in mind. A little Wam running around, a little Bow Bow even. So yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep these goals in your brain always. Don't give up on it. Even if like one thing doesn't happen in your goal list, create even a smaller goal for that. And be like, okay, well I have this now. Maybe now I can get the dog I've always wanted. And now I have 4 pets. Yeah, never give up. That's basically, that's the roundabout way I'm saying this, is never give up. Your dream is literally telling you not to give up. So that is your brain telling you, don't give up. Remember these goals. Remember this. Because you're going to want this doggy someday. Ava! Miss Ava, my beloved. Ava Ananova. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome. Oni raid. Welcome. Ava, what were you up? Wait, sorry, Ringlish. Ava, what were you up to? Hello, princess, me? Watashi? Hime desu. Talking about a hardcore festival from this weekend. Ooh, that sounds like so much fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Ooh. I hope you did have a lot of fun. Hey, don't expose me like that. Don't expose that, it came out of my mouth unprompted. Alright, let me put this away so I can give a quick introduction to myself. Well, for the raiders, who could it be? Who could it be? Who? Why, it's Rina Lunette! Stellarverse Productions, slumbering idol soaring right into your dreams. We are currently doing what we do every month on the new moon, which is new moon journaling, where you submit your dreams and I read them and I evaluate them. Or some of them, I evaluate some of them. Sometimes, like, dreams are silly, wacky, our brain does silly things, so sometimes they don't need to be, you know, broken down. Or sometimes you solve them by yourself in that dream. It's all laid out flat to you. And I will be sharing some of my dreams as well. She's adorable and you will become... That's a... Why are you threatening? Why are you threatening the raiders? Don't threaten the raiders. Don't threaten Ava. Get behind me. Get behind me, Ava. But Ava, also, if you need to hop off and go rest and take care of yourself, I very much understand. I want you to have a nice cozy time. If you need to go eat something or go rest or just need to go decompress, super very much understand. This stream will also be on the shorter side because my Kami Oshi is graduating tonight, so I want to be there to support her. So well, this stream will be on the shorter side, but welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. But basically, when you came into this one dream right here, what's the man with like the fish? He's holding it. Yeah, then I'm the never give up guy. Basically, this is the dream synopsis for it. Never give up. It's the fisherman. Just try a little harder. You got this. Never give up. Your brain is telling you to never give up. Follow you through for your dreams. And that is the last of the dreams. Just picture me as the fisherman right now. Just never give up. Alright. And now, I am going to be reading some of my dreams. AKA, I'm not going to be dissecting them because we're kind of running low on time, but if we do have time, I will probably read maybe one more dream. But I have my last dream that I had, which was last night, and my last nightmare, which was earlier this week. And then I have, if we have enough time, something about my dreamscape. Alright, so my last dream. This dream was about me buying my parents their dream home. But the home in my dream was actually a giant tree by a lake. But like inside of the tree, it was basically like a normal house. It was like a normal house, but the tree acted more like a home for Minnie. So it wasn't just us moving into the tree. It was like multiple people who were living in the tree. So I bought my parents a home that they've like this was their dream house. They always wanted to live in this Adventure Time tree house. It was giving that, yes, except for like there was multiple people in this tree that had like ground floors. This tree was huge, by the way. Like it was huge and it had like little lanterns hanging off of it. So like there'd be a good cut between each part of the tree where there'd be a door and stairs like that ascended to it and down to it. So that's basically how it looked, and like small little yards and it was a lot of forestry. And the thing was, like, this dream house also, around it were regular houses, and it was, as mentioned, by a lake, and everything else was very normal around this lake. There was even like a college on the other side of the lake. It was like an art school. But they really wanted to live here, and I was like, okay. And since I am their caregiver, I moved in as well. So I was living above their place, and like I said, the houses were completely like just houses in the tree. And we made friends with the others who lived in the tree, as well as our neighbors. Again, their houses just look like houses, but we made friends with them. We started gardening and all these like really peaceful things. And honestly, it was just a very chill dream. It was very chill. Oh, have a good night. Just a very chill, peaceful dream. And I guess that is also kind of a goal, is that I do treat, you know, Mother and Father Lunette all the time to good food. I'm like, hey, you guys want, what would you guys crave today? But I like this dream, it feels like I'm like, okay, I want to do more for them if I can. And we all lived in a giant tree. Maybe we should go live in a giant tree. I think that'd be nice. Alright. And here is the last nightmare I had. So basically, I was aware that this was a dream too. Like in my brain, I was aware this was a dream. So it was kind of like a lucid dream, but not really. It was a dream about watching and also being in a horror movie. Like I was in the theater, but then I was also in the movie. I don't know how to describe it. I was me in the theater, aware that I was dreaming, was watching a movie on the screen, and I was in both. It was really weird. It was this horror film about a possessed killer entity, and I really can't describe their appearance, but it was a small creature, and it would freeze if you looked at it. So it was similar to a weeping angel, but a bit more homicidal. Reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Ooh. Like an actor watching their own movie. I'm the Shia LaBeouf clapping gif. Cinema. Actually. Cinema in my own dream. But yeah, I really can't describe what the entity itself looked like. It was just, you know... The thing was weird looking. My brain really couldn't comprehend what I was seeing. I just knew that it was small. And if I looked at it, it would freeze. The dream was basically more like a Final Destination movie with this little creature. So I guess this little creature was kind of playing out death. You know what I mean? It was playing the role of the Grim Reaper. Might have been the boiled one mixed with the weeping angel, but small. The boiled one? I didn't know about that. But basically, there was like an order of people getting killed off in very gruesome detail. And then there was mine. And I was in a car accident, but the thing was, what would happen, because I was in the theater, but for some reason, I could rewind and try to redo it, but it came to a point that it kept looping. So, I was in a car accident. And I was also, at this point, dealing with sleep paralysis. So that's when the looping really started and I couldn't stop it, was when the sleep paralysis kicked in. I had limited control of the wheel, and the car would speed up would speed up on the roads until ultimately it was hit by like a truck. The truck couldn't got me, or a train, or a tree, something, you know. The car was just swerving and speeding so fastly, and the entity was in the back seat. Not in the back seat, because I could see it in the... Maybe it was the back seat, because I could see it in the rearview mirror. I got isekai'd, yeah. And this continued to loop, and I continued to try and control the wheel to stop from dying from impact until I finally woke up and got out of sleep paralysis. So that was my most recent nightmare. Fun, right? Very fun, Okay, and since we were talking about lucid dreamings, and I've mentioned my dreamscape, I wanted to talk a bit more about my dreamscape. So this will be the last thing It's more on the peaceful side. So we're gonna go from like a good dream, like nice chill dream, to horrifying dream involving sleep paralysis, to talking about lucid dreaming and what I see and experience while being in the dream world, in my personal dream world. And what I do, because I do kind of just, sometimes I just do really chill things. Like, I'll walk around the downtown to get a nice silly little treat. It could be a frozen iced coffee, which I don't really drink frozen iced coffee, but for some reason in my dream I'm always drinking frozen iced coffee. A boba tea, or sushi. Then I go to an antique bookstore on this, like, I don't know, it's like this crazily, very forestry looking antique bookstore slash thrift shop, and I'll just read. It is a banger though, but I just haven't had it in a long time. So I will usually read, and I can even thrift there. Sometimes there's an arcade, not in the thrift bookstore area, but it's like in the opposite direction. And it always rotates with different types of games. Maybe I'll take a walk through a park, which is small, but it has it's not which, with a small but lush garden that is hidden within the park. There's even times where I'll go to like this is it a farmer's market? I guess it's kind of like a farmer's market. And I'll go look for crystals to buy from a stall. Or sometimes I'll go to a random dollar bargain shop located in a giant mall. That is also where, if you want a fun fact, that is where I went. There was a movie theater in that mall in my dreamscape where I went to go watch that movie where I was in watching it, trying to rewind it. So that is my dreamscape. That's just like a little piece of it. So sometimes, like I said, it'll just be like very mundane things. Like I'm walking around, I'm getting a book, I'm drinking coffee. Chat, it's all connected. Inception levels. False awakenings. There's no cure. Ha. We learned that today. But yes, that's just a little... As I mentioned, I've always wanted to recreate, so you guys can get a visual of what my dreamscape looks like when I see it, and I can reconstruct it. Sometimes, like, I just write down these things and I can, like, path it out, like, how to get there in my brain. Because I've had, like, lucid dreams for, like, so long. Yes. But, as mentioned, we will be ending here soon. We have about a few minutes left before we go, right? Because her stream starts at 11. But that's why I made sure to make this a really short stream. I'm not ready. Just we gotta be. It's okay. First of all, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. 2, it's okay to not be okay sometimes. It's okay to not be okay. And 3, let's send her off with smiles. Even though, like, technically yesterday was her last live stream, today is her graduation. So let's send her off with so many smiles and hearts. Oh, I can't talk about how I was yesterday. I was a mess. I had to take breaks. But yes, we'll get through it together. We'll get through it together. For now, let me... Like I said, we aren't going to be redirecting in there, but I am going to post the link for it. So, I do have this for us to go in. If you don't want to hop in, it's very much understandable. But I want to show my support. My Kamiyoshi. I love her. And I will continue to love her. I will be a human for life. This little owl will be a human for life. And yes, I think it's fair to say all owls are silly. We're all silly. And I made sure that despite all this, I kept it silly for you guys. I will have my schedule out tomorrow, of course. Did you member to her? I did. I'm never gonna give up my membership. They can't make me. They can't make me. That's my Kamiyoshi right there. You can't force me. They're gonna have to have like a pew pew to my head. But even then, I refuse to give up my member. When I fan hard. Alright, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the redirect. Here we go. Alright, so again, let's go in with... For those of you who are going, very much understand if you can't, no worries. But I will be there. I will be just lurking, supporting my Kamiyoshi. So, here we go. And I will have my schedule out tomorrow. Until then, let's... You know, let's take care of ourselves. It's okay to not be okay. Let's end her off with smiles. It's okay to cry. Remember that it's okay to cry. And let's have the good days. Let's, you know, keep on the good days after this, okay? As the Watcher said, we'll get through it together, alright? Okay. I will see you guys soon. Alright. Sleep tight and sweet dreams, my sleep peeps. Goodbye. Bye-bye.